Welcome to our new website, Financial Issues. I don't want to call this an instructional video, it's an informational video. And I suspect that in the next 4 or 5 business days, it's going to change again. And maybe even change a third time. As we update the website, we're working on it, we're doing a lot of things. We had some issues from the beginning, don't need to go into all the detail. And I am not going to talk about some of the things that are coming. I don't even want to go there. I just want to get some important components out there for all of you. So I guess you can see my website now, and as you look at the site, the very first thing that you all must do that'll be a big help to us, especially if you're having trouble logging on, you need to go right here on the top right-hand side of the page and click on My Accounts. So you want to go up there to the top, you're going to click on My Account. When you do that, you're going to get a page that looks like this, and you're going to see this word up there, Dashboard. This is your dashboard, and this is an area in which you can make a lot of changes. So you can change you can look at your membership, your subscription. You can change things like your name, your address, your email address, those kinds of things. You can do all of that. And what we want you to do, certainly do that. If you need to make any changes, make sure you do that and make those changes. But the main thing that we really need you to do is to go down here to the very last thing, and it says Payment Methods. So you're going to go down to Payment Methods, and you are going to make put in some information there. Again, you're going to go here to add a payment method. You're going to click on that, and you're going to get another screen that's going to talk here about the payment method. It's very important that you add back in. Now listen, you're not going to click this Add a Payment button. Nowhere will you click that you are a new subscriber, a new partner, unless you really are. If you're not a new partner, don't push anything that says payment, or you're going to get billed. Now, we'd refund you if you do it by accident, but it's really important that you do this. Now, if you're halfway through your year, then just put in this information, and that's going to be a huge help to us. So don't, or at any point in time in the year, just re-enter all this information. So you're going to put your credit card number in there. I don't believe it needs to be the exact credit card that you used 7-8 months ago when you became a partner, but you need to put card information, expiration date, and the CSC code of your credit card. So it's really important that you fill those things out. Now, that's going to help in a great way. Number one, it's going to eliminate any problems that you may or may not have in logging on. It's going to take care of that. And that's the important part. And that's what we need you to do, because what we have to do is we've got to get rid of our old payment processors. So we left PayPal, that we never had any problems with, but we left them for cultural, moral, ethical reasons, and we felt it necessary to not give them any more business. So we left PayPal. But there's still information on PayPal. We went from PayPal, which was fine, and we decided unwittingly to jump into the fire, and we went to a company called Cornerstone. It's been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare since day one. We've been trying to get out of it. Nothing's ever worked right. We have really struggled. None of the processing problems or anything that you may have experienced had anything to do with us, but nonetheless. So we want to just shut that down. So we're going to shut that down. And we can't shut it down unless you enter all this information. Well, we're going to shut it down, so we need you to enter this information. So very, very important that you do that. Just don't press this button down here that says add payment. Now, some of you have had difficulty leaving this page. Anytime you want to leave any page, go up here to the big logo, see it, Financial Issues, click somewhere on that logo. That's all you have to do, and it's going to take you back to the beginning of the website. So there's no exit, there's no I'm finished, none of that. Do what you have to do, click the Financial Issues logo, and no matter where you are on the site, you can do that. Now, our partner page looks like this. This is the drop-down arrow. If you want our this week's buy list in front of you on a list, then you'll go down here to this week's buy list and you'll click on that. If you want to see what's on the buy list in any sector, say you're real close to having your asset allocation model complete, but you really need some technology stocks or IT stocks and you don't have any, you can click on that and you say, well, there's 4 of them on there, and you can go and look at those. Remember that either on my broad list, all of the categories, or on this, you just click right here on that and this comes up. This is, by the way, the chart that you get. You're going to get market capitalization that says this is almost a $3 billion company. You're going to get a PE ratio, price earnings per share. Some information is not supplied by the company, so it might not be there. That would be the case here. This is not a company that pays a dividend, so there's no dividend information there. This is a very important thing that we've just added, the 50-day moving average. So you can take a look at that and see where the stock has gone in the on average, what the stock price has been on average for 50 days. On average for 200 days, this would be it. And that helps you make some decisions. And Ken, this is what the company does, and it tells you the business that they're in. This is the 52-week low, 52-week high of the stock. In the last 52 weeks, the stock has been at $44, and in the last 52 weeks, it's been at $75. I don't need to look a whole lot further than to realize that this has been a fairly volatile company, and it's pretty easy to assume that the 52-week low was right about here, which was sometime in October. And this is where we are today. You look at this chart, it's going up. You can change the chart right here. 2-year chart looks really good. 5-year chart looks very good. 10-year chart looks pretty good too. Now, some people have said I pressed these and the chart didn't change. It's probably because the stock doesn't have any 2, 5, or 10-year track record. It may be a relatively new listing. 6-month, this is a very important chart, the 3-month. This tells us that the trajectory of the company for the last 3 months has been positive. That's a good sign. 1 month, and of course, in the last 5 days, you see what's happened. So these are important things that you can look at when you click on any symbol in the website. I've already gone longer than I thought I would go. I'm not going to get into any more detail. We're going to save that later for the next week or so as we get more updates. I hope that helps you get onto the website. Folks, some of you don't like this because it's something new. Trust me, if you don't like it, multiply that by about 20 and you'll know how much I dislike it. It's a nightmare for me. It now takes me longer to do some of my work. that I do on Monday mornings, on it, I'll get used to it and I'll catch up and I'll be fine. But right now I'm not. I don't like the change any more than any of you do, particularly those of you who are old people like me. So I get that, I understand it, but already people are getting used to it. Hang in there. I think you're going to find it very informational. It's going to be a lot of help to you. I do want to point out one other thing, just because I like it. When you go to the partner overview thing, it's the very first thing on the column. You can do that during the day, maybe leave it up. You can see where the indexes are running right now. Take a look at my broad list. These other two lines here are every stock that is on my list. And just by sitting here watching it for a couple minutes, I feel pretty good because there's far more green than there is red. Well, how much? Here's the indexes and what they're doing. Okay, so right now the Dow's up 33 points, the Nasdaq's up 12, the S&P's up 3. Let's hope that holds. And here's the heat map. Here's where we are in the heat map. Right now, Russia not doing so good, but the U.S., the S&P is up, Canada's up, almost all of South America, Brazil up, Argentina's up, even Venezuela is up, and Peru by far, because of how dark green it is, obviously doing very well. Pacific Rim in Asia doing pretty good. Japan's not doing well. They're down. But you get a good look. But see this little bar here? That tells you that the breadth in the market right now is very positive. A lot more green than there is red. It's a negative 0.57, but a positive 1.77. Breadth meaning how many shares are being traded globally, and that gives you a little idea of what it is. So that's our heat map. That is on our partner overview page, which is right here. As if you go on partners, very first thing, partner overview, and that's where you'll find the indexes, the stock tickers, and the heat map. Not to mention some of my commentary for a broad commentary for maybe the month or the year or whatever. So you'll see that. All right. Hope that helps. We'll see you tomorrow, I hope.